Hello everyone, I'm Ubersweet and today we're taking a look at Void Crew. Specifically, I want to discuss co-op and the difference between playing as 2, 3, or 4 players. Currently, the game is in early access and the developers have been adding more content since I got the game. Now, when you're starting out, you'll be able to select between 2 different ships and several different loadouts depending on the level of your character. One ship is generally rated for 2 to 3 players, while the other ship is rated for 3 to 4 players. And I've tested both ships with different numbers of players, so I'm going to give you some info on what that felt like. You're also able to customize your character, pick different skills and upgrades in this screen here. Basically, you have rankings that level up as you level your character, and things get a little bit better, a little bit easier as you progress through the game. You and your teammates are put into a kind of lobby area, and then you're able to select missions from here using this galaxy map that I'm showing you right here, which you then venture out to. It's kind of reminds me a little bit of Deep Rock Galactic if that's a game you've played. So once you've selected a mission, you join your friends and take a seat. This will then teleport you to the spaceship. We're going to try 2-player co-op first and take a look at how that looks. So this is what it looks like when you get on the ship. We're just booting up all the systems and kind of get everything going. This is also our first time kind of exploring this ship. But this is the smallest version. As you can see, the ship is quite small and will work for 2 or 3 players. Up here we have the navigation map, and then we have the captain's chair where you can steer the ship. And down here we have some guns on either side, which we can turn on by flipping the switch like so. And these will allow us to control the turrets on the outside of the ship. In this current configuration, there's 2 turrets on either side, and there's several different configurations to every ship. And you can also craft things to put on the ship. On our first missions, I decided to take the turret, and my friend Big Swedish is piloting the ship. This is generally going to be the setup as your 2 players. The gunner person will also be the engineer who runs around and fixes things around the ship most of the time. We felt that it was pretty important to always have a pilot, because otherwise the ship would just be sitting still. Now, one thing I really enjoyed is that you can EVA out of the ship. And everyone could do this at the same time if they wanted to. So that makes the gameplay really flexible. So here I am flying around in my spacesuit, and I'm getting shot at by ships that are flying around. And my friend Big Swedish is kind of protecting me from the ship, or at least trying to, as I fix these little things which are part of the mission that we're doing. Now there's also different types of guns for the ship. You'll either have different guns and different loadouts, or you can collect materials to make more guns. And then kind of swap these out on the ship and place them in different locations. The smallest ship only has a few spots where you can place stuff, but the larger ship has several different areas where you can put it. And you're going to be limited by how much energy your ship is going to use. Now let's focus a bit on the 2-player co-op mode. So as you can see here, we're doing a mission as 2 players. One is in the pilot seat and one is gunner. So I'm currently the gunner, and we're collecting some materials that we need to pick up here. Now, since we're only 2, I have to stop using the gun to collect some of the stuff we've gotten here. In this case, I need to take some navigation data up to the navigation console here, and then input it in order to finish the mission. And it would have been a lot easier and much more helpful if we had a 3rd player here who could also man the guns. So I would say playing as 2 players, it works fine, but it would be a lot easier if we had a 3rd player who could help us. So the less players you have, the harder the game basically becomes, but it is definitely doable. Now let's hop over to 3-player co-op. So as you can see here, we have 1 player sitting in the gunner seat, while I hop out of my gunner seat and I begin to do an EVA, as we have a mission to hop into a space station here. And we have Big Swedish who's able to stay on the ship and pilot it as we hop on to the station. So having that additional player allowed him to clear out the mines while I got ready to jump off onto the station. So it's definitely going to save us time and just make things easier overall. Although we could easily be doing this as 2 players, you can see that a 3rd player helps a lot. And my friend Blackie here, who's the other player we brought in, he's also able to jump into the space station and kind of like help me figure things out. And as I get low on oxygen, he's able to stay on the space station and like continue the mission as we work to figure things out together. Having more players also makes it easier to collect more resources so you can build more turrets and things like that. So here we are actually deploying a turret, although you can't stand in the area if we want to build something. There we go. So you can see here we can have an extra turret deploying, which we built using alloys and stuff that we found, and that allows us to like change weaponry during a mission. Now, one kind of negative thing here is that you don't get to keep these upgrades between missions, which I kind of wish you would. Another fun thing that I found was that as you do an EVA, you may come across a station that has their own weaponry. So here I am controlling one of the station's guns as my friends fly around in their spaceship.
Anomalous jump signature detected.
But one thing is certain, 3-player co-op was definitely a lot more fun than 2-player co-op. It just made the overall gameplay so much smoother. So, you can definitely play this with 2-player co-op, but I would highly recommend at least 3 players or more, as it makes the game so much more enjoyable.
A prism has been deployed in this sector by the Hollow.
Now let's try 4-player co-op. The game has a matchmaking system, so I decided to give this a try to find a game with 3 other players. So here I just kind of selected one at random. They said they needed a pilot, so I hopped in to see what would happen. Now the fun thing here is that I'm joining them in the middle of the mission and I have no idea what's going on.
Optional, I guess, no.
Hello, we are having a bit of trouble here.
Okay, are we charged?
Yep.
Let's see. Okay.
Going to see.
We're gonna recharge. Yeah, let's try to jump again. Everyone, yeah, it's better if everyone is seated.
I hope it's not buggy. Bruh, please, I beg you.
Eventually we were able to fix the issues that we have with the previous ship, and now we decided to hop into a larger ship. So this is what the largest ship looks like, and I quite quickly just made my way up to the pilot seat as I was a little bit nervous about becoming a pilot for a random group of people. So the first thing I need to do is select the point where I'm going to navigate to, and then as soon as everything's ready, we should just jump to our destination.
Yep.
So here are some of the shots from my 4-player co-op experience.
Well,
Hear you fine. Here we are picking up some materials from like a outpost or a station, and I'm just backing up here so that our ship's collector can just collect them automatically.
I forgot how to speak English again.
No, just
One down? Yeah, there we go.
still haven't got enough.
Is it all freight?
Warning. Large anomalous jump signature detected.
To refill your gun.
Broken gun. Got the
Yeah,
fix.
wait.
We've detected a hostile reinforcement.
The freighter has arrived. Destroy it before it jumps away.
This one still has ammo.
Alloys added to ship stores.
Please, gunner, stay in your seat.
Full integrity below 70%.
I'll reload for you.
Incoming jump signature
You have to be
detected.
careful. This ship always runs out of ammo.
Large jump signature detected.
Need to get all loot.
I thought I was doing a pretty good job as the pilot of the ship.
Also, there's
But we were getting hit a lot.
You
So
get
here we
used to
are
the enemies.
jumping away.
1%.
Oh my god.
It turned back towards them.
Bruh.
Man.
That's another bug. Another bug.
We needed a shield, to be honest.
And there you have it. I would say overall, 4-player co-op is definitely the most fun way to play this game, at least in my experience. But you can also do 3-player or 2-player. They're all okay, but the difficulty gets easier as you have more players, and I think it's also just a more fun experience. So overall, I really enjoyed this game, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.